A Jacksonville man is speaking out after his 86-year-old mother was attacked by dogs, leaving her in a Gainesville hospital with an amputated leg and severe injuries.
It's from 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's News and Talk.
86-year-old Gertrude Bishop was grabbing groceries from her car here on Sally Street in Hawthorne when the unexpected happened.
The dogs from across the street came into her yard, came around to her car, and attacked her at her car.
Two dogs, which family says are pit bulls, attacked. According to the police report, a next-door neighbor heard the screams, ran across the street, hit the dogs with a metal chair, giving enough time to drag Bishop away.
Gertrude Bishop's ear was bitten off, and doctors had to amputate her leg as a result.
The neighbors then called Wayne Thomas, her son, who rushed from his home in Jacksonville to the scene.
For an 86-year-old woman to try to fend off two dogs that are pretty strong and pretty muscular, it was just too much to ask for her to do.
They didn't attack her. They were eating her. Larry Edwards, a neighbor, said, "My main concern was just to make her as comfortable as I could while she was in so much pain."
The 86-year-old retired veteran suffered injuries to her legs, arms, and face. She was rushed to the hospital where doctors amputated her leg due to the severity of the bites.
She shouldn't be in the hospital. She should be at home resting comfortably, enjoying Memorial Day like all the other veterans out there.
Edwards ran across the street to help Bishop, who neighbors call Terry, as two dogs pinned her down. He was able to use a metal chair to get the dogs off her. According to a report from the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, the dogs appeared to be a pit bull mix. The owner told deputies he didn't know how they escaped their Hawthorne front yard, but admitted they've escaped out holes in the bottom of his fence before.
An investigation by the Putnam County Sheriff's Office into whether the owner of the dog will face criminal charges is underway. The two dogs were placed in quarantine, and the family has started a GoFundMe to help with medical costs.
Edwards told Action News Jax that animal control has been called multiple times in the past. One dog was even taken away by officers but later returned.
We talked to animal control experts to see what you should do if you encounter an unfamiliar and loose animal in your neighborhood. Experts say, number one, do not approach. Get to a safe location. Number two, protect your property if possible by closing any fences and shutting any doors. And step three, report the situation to either 911 or animal service.
This is the second vicious dog attack in Putnam County in just this past year. In August 22, a mail carrier was mauled by a pack of dogs and died. You know, I do appreciate the attention that's been brought to this attack. And hopefully more and more attention will be brought to more and more of these kinds of attacks until they are no longer occurring. But what is an 86-year-old woman supposed to do by herself? And it's not just 86-year-old women that this is happening to. This is happening to children. It's happening to adults. A memorandum from the state attorney's office said animal control had denied requests from the dog's owners to surrender them. But yeah, if you're 86 years old and two, 65, 70-pound pit bulls come across the street and want to have you for lunch, and you don't have a neighbor with a metal chair to shoo the dogs away with, these dogs need to be put down. These attack breeds of dogs need to be eliminated. Putnam County Animal Control has retained possession of the dogs involved in this case. They are in quarantine at this time. Our thoughts and prayers are with Miss Gertrude during her time of recovery. According to an update on the GoFundMe, Bishop is speaking again as starting to breathe on her own after her amputation at the UF Health Shands Hospital in Gainesville.